Chris and Levi of the NinjaTeens recently competed on Season 13 of American Ninja Warrior. I sat down and interviewed them about their experience, how they got into Ninja, and we went over their course runs. Alright, so today I am interviewing the NinjaTeens. They just competed on Season 13. We watched their run, and now they're giving me a chance to talk to them. So how'd you guys get started doing Ninja?
You can go first.
All right, so my story starts like everyone else's pretty much. I was watching when I was a kid, growing up with my brother and my uncle or my grandpa, and then kind of like through high school, junior high, I built like the same ladder pegboard. Thought it'd be cool to mess around. Didn't really think that there was going to be an actual opportunity, but after high school, I had that choice to go play football in college or to keep competing but doing Ninja instead. And I was like, well, I'm just going to do this. And it turned out,
tough decision.
Yeah, it's very tough. I loved football and stuff, but I went to the overnight stay there, didn't feel good, and I was like, well, I could keep competing and doing Ninja, and it's something super cool to do. Like, not everyone gets to do this at all, so I might as well just go for it. And then we're sitting here 3 years later, and I've accomplished my dreams pretty much.
Nice.
But not really accomplished, but
well,
halfway there.
Well, you're getting there.
We're getting there,
You're
yeah.
getting there.
But,
Chris,
yeah.
what about you?
Mine's pretty much the same thing, except for with football, it's basketball.
Okay.
I grew up loving Ninja Warrior, like the show, obviously. Didn't have any opportunities until my senior year of high school. Levi's a year older than me. Senior year of high school, I was planning on going to a local community college and playing basketball. This place opened, fell in love with it, fell in love with a new challenge. Meanwhile, I was getting burnt out of basketball. So I'm like, maybe this is the right thing to do. Took a break from basketball, decided to come here, was hooked, came here about every day. Now I have a job here, and here we are competing on the show.
Rest is history.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so when you guys got the call, like, what was going through your mind?
I cried.
Levi started crying immediately.
Yeah, it was definitely an emotional moment for me, just with everything going on and stuff like that in my life. But it was definitely something I was super happy about, like, just in general. It's something that the odds of this happening are super small. Like, thousands and thousands of people can apply every year, and there's only 400 people this year that got on, so it's pretty slim that we got on. They wanting us to be on together is something that it just makes you feel like super good about
Feels
yourself.
like just all the work we put in, like building the Instagram page, building our personality, going to competitions, has just made it all worth it, that moment right
Definitely.
Definitely. So you flew out there. What was your experience like when you were there, like before you were competing?
Well, when we got there, we had the hotel, or not the hotels, airports and a hotel. We had to like walk between airwalks and find our way there. So it was kind of like the lead up into it was super cool. It was just us and then another one of our buddies that got on, just walking there and like experienced like this is gonna happen. Like in 2 days, we're gonna be on the course that we've been waiting for. So just like being there and knowing that it's gonna happen in 2 days is like it just has a different feeling to it, you know?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you think about it, your hands get sweaty, and just because we've been doing this for 2.5 years, for that moment, like, we don't want to screw it up.
Yeah.
So there's just a lot of pressure behind it.
Definitely. All right, so when you guys got there, you did all your like your stuff where they're filming you and you did all your fancy poses and stuff. What was the most nerve-wracking part for you guys?
The way we run our like Instagram page and just like how we want to be like viewed as, like we're all just energetic and we want to like make people like feel good and like laugh and stuff like that. So like when they were recording us like behind the scenes, like it was just like normal videos that we make.
They made it super easy for us to just act like we would normally on our Instagram videos. They even let us nog in one of the cameras.
Nice.
So that was really fun. None of it was really nerve-wracking. Just be ourselves, dancing in front of it. All that's fun stuff. But yeah.
All right, so which one of you guys ran first?
I did.
Okay.
Levi
so,
ran
14th.
Yep. And I ran 30th.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you get up there, like what's going through your mind? You're standing there ready to go.
So I honestly didn't feel as nervous as I thought I was gonna be. Like I felt like I was gonna be like literally like throwing up. Like in high school, like football games, baseball games, like before I feel like I need to throw up. And like just at competitions like local gyms and stuff like that, I still like feel like nervous, but like it was just a different feeling. Like I felt like I was ready for it and I can do it all and stuff like that. But yeah. Didn't turn out the greatest.
All right, let's go through your run. So you made it through the first obstacle on the steps.
Yep, first obstacle went through clear. The second obstacle, I think I might have been the first person, if not like one of the few people that actually linked through the 2 double dipper type deals.
I think you were the first, probably.
Yeah, and then I just get to the third one and.
Yeah. Now, when you got there, did you knew which one you were going for?
Yeah, I definitely knew I was doing the rolling logs because block run or whatever, there's a lot of people that are like, nah, that one's not fun at all.
Yeah, I've seen.
So,
I don't know if I've seen the rolling log on the show before. I know I've seen the dice.
It's pretty old. I want to say it was like back in season 8 or so,
Yeah,
but
it was
it's
an
pretty
older
old
balance.
one. But it's easy. Like I could go back now and just get it right
Yeah.
away. I can guarantee it. But just one misstep, and that's
And I know how
season's
hard you
over.
guys worked on balance here
Yeah.
leading up to it.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was like the one thing you were worried about, obviously, because it takes out some of the best. So.
Yeah, it was really just heartbreaking, like knowing that, like before, we'd spend 3 hours a week, like nonstop, pretty much, of just running across these pills that we have. So there's
Yeah.
giant inflatables we run across, and like it'd get to the point where it's boring because we get it so much. So just knowing that, I just made a mental error and was an inch away from possibly getting the mega wall. I mean,
Yeah.
it just
Would you
really-
have gone for it, do you think?
Yeah, I would definitely gone for the mega wall. Had a really good feeling. I've really been training for like the warp wall and stuff, doing box jumps and stuff like that. So I felt good about it. But we're gonna have to wait till next year to see if it pays off or not.
Yeah.
But-
Well, you're a really strong ninja, and you've shown that. I know you've won a lot of the competitions you've gone to, so I'm sure that you'll be getting the call again.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty confident with that.
Okay, Chris, so you stepped up. You watched Levi go, and you know that the balance gets a lot of good ninjas. So when you got up there, what was going through your mind when you first started your run?
So, like Levi said, I wasn't very nervous. I kind of don't remember the course. It was like one of those things you just black out.
Yeah.
But once I saw Levi fall on that third obstacle, it kind of like made me like, do I want to do this? But I had to remind myself, like, I'm not switching up the game plan this
Yeah.
late. Otherwise, I'm just start overthinking everything. So I just stuck with it. But on the starting stage, I did my little wave thing, and that kind of helped loosen the nerves a little bit, have some fun. Waved to my family and friends on the screen, and honestly, besides the balance, the main obstacle I was worried about was the first one.
Really?
Yeah, it's just one of those things you see the water like trickling under you. And it's the very first chance you have.
And like, how many times do you ever do obstacles over water? So that's
Exactly.
like your first
yeah.
obstacle
That's
over
the very
water
first
too.
obstacle I've ever done over water.
Yeah.
So I'm getting there. I get through the steps just fine. Those things are a lot bigger than I thought they would be.
Definitely.
So I get through it, go up to the double dipper thing. It's pretty heavy. Like, you do the pull up to crank it up,
Yeah.
and you go down, you slide down it, and I just shade right next to it. I connected it just like Levi did.
Nice.
Make it, time efficient, stuff like that. So I go up to the next one, do the same thing, dismount. And another thing I did to calm my nerves a little bit is, like, since it's a split decision, you can choose either the block run or the PVC pipe things. Kind of like play it off, like, oh, which one am I gonna do? And that kind of helped with nerves too.
Yeah.
And then
Playing it up a
yeah,
little bit.
I just made sure after like seeing Levi do it, just to go a little faster and keep my feet light, lean forward, and I should be fine.
Did Levi give you any tips going into that?
No, after Levi fell, he kind of just.
Which I can
fixed
understand
himself,
that.
Yeah. Well, I
hard.
kind of had an idea after watching it. He didn't really go like as fast as most people did, so I kind of just figured, stay fast, stay confident, and I'll be fine.
Gotcha.
Made it through that pretty easily. After that was the twirly thing. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like just
clue.
tilt-a-whirl or something.
Yeah.
It's heavier than the one we had in the lobby because we were like warming up on it. We can see how much it spun and stuff. And I got on it and I started twisting, and it was heavier than I thought, and I kind of stopped. And I didn't want to like flail around and have the bar accidentally like slip off.
Yeah.
So I just like calmed down, let it reset, and then use that reset to use the momentum to go back.
Nice.
And it locks in. Turn around, go to the next one, same thing. Last one, same thing, dismount. And at that point, I'm not feeling really pumped. And then we do the sideways, which is the shelves.
Yeah.
I get through the first three, I feel fine. I grab the bar to slide it down the pipe slider. And right there, it's like, okay, I'm feeling a little tired now. And then I get the one after that. It's farther than normal, and I caught it just straight on, like all hands. And then finally, I'm starting to feel pumped. I'm like, why am I feeling pumped right now? And then I realized it was just probably through those obstacles before me, like the double dipper, just that big of a drop, just over gripping everything. And eventually I got through it, made it up the warped wall, noggin the buzzer. It was,
Of course.
Yeah, you have to.
Did you think about doing the mega wall at all?
I was thinking about it. Then we went to a gym in Minnesota, and that had one, and I was like a foot away. So I'm like, maybe not. I'm
Yeah.
more worried about just hitting a buzzer.
Yeah.
So
no,
I-
especially your first time.
After
so.
I wasn't really that close, I'm like, I'll just go up the wall, no big deal.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So now you'll be going on to LA.
Yep.
And what are your thoughts going into that? Like, obviously, it's like twice as long. Do you know if the first half's going to be the same?
No idea.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
I think they're gonna mix it up.
Yeah.
Because like that's how it's been in the past, where like you run
Yeah.
the same first half and
Yeah.
then they add.
But
the
the way they
obstacles.
made it this year is so there's 5 different qualifying days, and this year's gonna be 4 final days. So they're
Okay.
just mixing
So
Kinda
a
the
bunch of people
fifth day,
together.
this is
Gotcha.
gonna be dispersed throughout the rest of the day.
Gotcha.
So I think it's going to be completely different front half. Yeah, I really don't know what to expect. It's going to be overnight now. In Seattle,
nice.
it was actually in the dome during the day. So that could play a part. Who knows?
You have to flip your sleep schedule around.
Yep,
so.
that's what we're doing. So like me, Nick, and Jackson are all planning on working out late at night just to get that sleep schedule adjusted.
Gotcha.
To.
I'm really excited to see what you guys can do going forward. I'm excited to see what you can do in LA.
Thanks, man.
And I just wish you guys the best of luck going forward. So thanks for joining me.
Yeah,
Yep, thanks
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us.
So this is the Ninja Teens, season 13
yeah, man.
competitors. Check them out on Instagram. I'll have the links down below. They're going to be doing big things. So thanks again, guys.
Yeah,
No
thanks.
problem.
Thanks.